Something is completely fucking wrong with you. You had that girl crying in your fucking chair.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Jenny, and if you are new here, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So, hair care amongst Black women is there's so much history, right, around how we do our hair, how we maintain our hair, how we grow our hair, like just the wigs, the weaves, the pricing, the customer service. Like it's so much toxicity, unfortunately, in today's society when it comes to Black women getting their hair done or doing their own hair, right? And for many of us, many are not raised and taught how to properly take care of their hair. They're not raised getting their hair done on a regular basis. So you're really just out here as a woman, just figuring it out. And then you get to a certain point in your life where you want to do your own thing. You start experimenting. You just start doing a whole bunch of things because we, unfortunately, many of us prioritize length over health, right? We want to have long hair. We do, right? But we're not taught overall how to maintain and grow healthy hair, right? And because the hair industry has changed so much that people are really just out here taking people money. People don't really care about natural hair. They're throwing wigs and glue and everything on top of these women's hair that is affecting how their hair grows and just causing so much damage, so many issues, right? And there's, again, the stylists out here who don't care, make it hard for the stylists who do care, right? So there's a stylist on TikTok who was going viral last week, y'all. They were tearing her up about her talking to her client about cutting her hair. Her hair, she said her client's hair is damaged. And she told her that I can't do your hair if you're going to hold on to it. And she touched on it. And I'm going to share the video for y'all, and we're going to come back and talk about it.
I've been doing hair since I'm 14. So in the 24 something years of doing hair, this is the worst I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes. Because let me tell you why it's the worst. It's the worst because, number one, you haven't had a haircut in over 15 years. And number two, you put box color on top of it. So how long have you been box coloring the hair?
8 years ago.
Okay. So you see all of this here? You see all of this here? All of this you can see through here? That's all got to go. That as women of color, we hold on to length, and you don't realize you're holding on to the length, but it's not healthy. So you're holding on to dead length.
Right.
So now what's happening is, like, if I could see without really like flat ironing your hair, you would need to cut this off, this much off. This all dead, baby. I'm watching a movie right through it. It's dead.
Can we do like here?
It's not about what we could do. That's why I asked you. Are you attached to length? Because if you're attached to
I said both.
Yeah, you did. You honestly said both. But what I'm telling you, usually when people honestly say both, when they see how damaged their hair is, when they see how damaged it is, they like, all right, you right, because it looks bad.
You are. So you said here, I'm saying here, like.
But you just asked me for my professional opinion. I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the answer.
And then like the next 2 times.
No. There's no next 2 times. You lucky I ain't pull out my clippers. That's how bad this is. You're not. I don't think you're understanding that. You're lucky I didn't pull out my clippers. That's what I'm saying, because that's how bad this is. Your hair, it is you doing this and doing this is not going to make it go away. It's not going to make it get any easier. It's dead hair. So let me just tell you something. If you put oil or you put grease on a dead person, does it bring them back to life? No. So if you put oil and grease on this, it's not going to resuscitate this hair. You got to cut it off.
And I understand that.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, can we cut just a
You already asked that and I answered.
So no.
You already asked that. Yeah.
Come on,
my client's hair is the healthiest hair because they do what? They listen.
Okay.
If you don't listen, the hair is not, it's not going to work. I have a relationship with my clients and their hair has a relationship with me. But if you think you're going to keep combing that section and it's going to magically get all the way to the end, baby, sweetie, you could watch a drive-through movie through the ends of that. You want my professional, you plait it, go to the barber on a Tuesday, let them cut it all off. But I will say this and I will keep saying it. Black women's hair should not be this difficult. It is like dealing with a toddler watching, it's kind of like if you ever see a bad kid and the parent is like, oh, Billy. It's like, no, you are pacifying the bad behavior.
So for me, I think that this is an honest stylist who prioritizes health over length. And as she said, my clients come to me because they listen to me. Their hair is healthy because they listen. And we know that we don't like to listen. Black women have a big problem with listening. Now, I'm not saying that this client is the problem. It's just in general. As she said, it's like talking to children about your hair. Let it go. But again, if you are used to stylists lying to you and just not caring about the health of your hair, and you go to somebody who does care, she's the bad guy. And of course, the women of the sisterhood had all their opinions about the stylist and how she's jealous and how she's this and she's that. And I'm going to share those videos for y'all. We're going to come back and talk about it.
And in the 20 years that I've been doing hair, this is the worst I ever heard a stylist talk to a client. Like, you have lost your fucking mind. Something is completely fucking wrong with you. You had that girl crying in your fucking chair over some hair. See, this is why I don't like y'all. And you're in my same state. So that just makes it even worse, because who the fuck did you get your hair care license from? Please, let's start there. Because this probably was Robert Fiance and them fucking white people. And that's all you know how to deal with is white straight ass hair. Let's start there. Because you're in South Jersey. So I know you're not dealing with no actual coily kinky hair. Because the way you described her hair as fucking horsehair out the beauty supply store, sis, you're fucking bugging.
There is a hairstylist, a licensed cosmetologist going viral for telling her client to literally buzz cut all of her long, beautiful hair. Professional, these clients are already coming to us and wanting to hear our opinion because that's why they booked the appointment. And for us to be disrespectful as a hairstylist, a licensed cosmetologist, this is not how you speak to people in general. And people saying, she's just blunt, she's just getting to the point. No. That's sarcasm, all those metaphors, all of that stuff, that is unneeded. She did not need to say all of that just to get her point across.
Y'all are tearing that lady up from the 717 salon. I will say though, unpopular opinion, there were some truths in the video. Don't pounce on me. Hear me out. In the video, she did mention that some black women are too attached to their hair, so they will hold on to hair that needs to be cut. True. Now, where she went too far is talking about that lady needed a buzz cut. A buzz cut. It don't matter what race you are. If you coming in for a trim and somebody talking about a buzz cut, that's like too much of a major shift from what the client intentionally wants coming into the appointment and what you're talking about. Also, there were so many ways for her to have approached the conversation. The tone was off. The verbiage and the language that she was using was off. You can't refer to somebody's hair as like a synthetic product, horsehair. When we talk about horsehair in our community, we're talking about something that has a terrible texture that you don't want. You don't want horsehair.
Fact is, me and the client are good. She didn't start this. This is people's opinion on social media, and they got their panties in a wad. So when you have somebody who is severely tender-headed and has split ends all the way to the top.
No, the fact is that lady's hair did not look that damaged when she first sat in your chair. Not until you got the, I'm sure, manipulating, pulling, yanking on her hair, because we see that you don't know how to give tender loving care to a black woman's kinky coils. And instead of giving her valid options, you tell her to go shave it off to a mini fro. There is no way, no one's convincing me that her hair was that level of damaged. A real hairstylist gives options. A real hairstylist helps the client through the process. All I heard was you degrading, comparing her hair to horsehair. And in one of your videos, you said that you and the client decided that you were going to do her big chop. Client, if you're anywhere listening, don't let that lady big chop your hair. But a real hairstylist will help and nourish that head back to health. You telling me down to her waist, all the way to the root of her head is damaged. You're a liar. Admit that you was wrong, and the way you was talking about her hair was absolutely inappropriate.
That 717 studio hairstylist, the black lady who's just so happy to cut a bitch hair off, she gotta be doing witchcraft.
I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let somebody with -1 inch of hair tell me to cut all my hair off and start again because my hair is too damaged. Absolutely not. And I'm not saying that natural hairstylists can't rock low cuts or fades. They absolutely can. But there's a difference. There's a difference in someone telling me why my hair is damaged and the ways I can do to prevent it. But you're not about to tell me somebody who hair's in the middle of their back that I need to cut it all off to start over. Like, damn, you didn't even offer a bob? No, absolutely not. No. And this is why y'all can't let everybody in y'all head. Like, I don't play that. I don't let any and everybody do my hair. Like, if someone is doing my hair, a new person, I do my research on them.
I haven't been up here in a minute, but yeah, that 717 hairstyles, whatever the hell her name is, she is proof that a lot of hairstylists really be jealous. And they really do be them bald-headed ones. Like, I'm telling you, all right.
So they feel like she was demeaning. She was mean to the client. She's jealous of the client. She's bald-headed. That's why it's this bald-headed hairstyles. She don't have no respect. The client was left crying. How do you know that this lady left crying is my question. Where in the video did she cry? We didn't hear her crying. We hear her being hesitant for sure. She hasn't had a haircut in 15 years. Who wouldn't be hesitant? Who wouldn't be, a little bit worried? And this woman may not have been expecting a stylist to say, I can't do it. I'm not going to do your hair if you're going to hold on to it. And we need more of that. We need honesty around our hair. These stylists will see your hair tearing up and broke off and still do their hair. But we know as Black women, we don't want to hear the truth. We want to be lied to. And instead of trying to see the education behind it, because they love to do the tone police, but she was mean and she was disrespectful. She didn't berate her. She just kept saying, I already told you. It's not a negotiation. You know what I'm saying? I care too much about hair to just do your hair and just to baby it. It's broken and it needs to be cut off. But we love to find a way to make it about jealousy. Why? If somebody was honest with y'all about y'all hair, they would be telling you it's a mess. It's damaged. It's a mess. It needs to go. It needs to be taken care of. But because we cover up our hair with so much wigs and glue and all these things, we don't see the problem with our hair, and we don't see honesty. We don't understand honesty. Somebody who's being honest with you, we see it as, oh, you're bashing. You trying to tear us down. You tore that woman down. You made her cry. She didn't cry. Nobody heard this woman cry. So I don't know why we like to make someone a victim. She wasn't trying to be a victim. She was a very hesitant client, as I said. She wasn't ready to cut her hair. But where did you say she was crying or offended? She could respect the stylist more that she didn't just go ahead and just do her hair and knowing that it was broken off. Why can't we see that from that angle? No, we can't. Because that's the real reason with us. The real reason that Black women can't handle anything is because we avoid accountability. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. And the beauty industry is an area where there's so much toxicity, as I said, from people getting canceled on, to people taking their money, from overpricing, to being late, to canceling, to ripping out your hair, all of this damage, negativity. But yet, when somebody is finally saying, I see the damage, it's done, cut it off, we like, oh yeah, she's a hater. She just hate. It's always the bald-headed one. She's clearly she's bald by choice. Like, she has blonde hair. She's bald by choice. Why does someone telling you the truth mean that they're jealous? Like they told me, well, you always talking about Black women. You must hate your mother. You must do this. You must be miserable in your marriage. Why am I talking about the general consensus of women? I have to be jealous, envious, miserable, mad because I'm talking the truth. The ones who are miserable and bitter are the ones who fight against the truth. The ones who live in a delusion. And when it comes to hair care, half of the Black women in this world are delusional about what it is about healthy hair. They just are. So are we either going to fix this or are we going to keep having these problems? Make it make sense. This is a real problem. This is a real issue. And our hair continues to be broken, damaged, and wigs and weaves thrown on top of them, and no TLC. And you finally find a stylist who says, I'm going to give you the love that you need for your hair, but I can't lie to you. I'm not a stylist that's going to lie to you just to make you feel better. I'm not going to coddle you. I'm going to just cut your hair off because it needs to grow back in a healthy state. If you're not ready for that, I'm not the stylist for you. And that's okay. Everybody's not for everybody. And she knows that. So why are we dragging her? Oh, because she told the truth. But this is just my opinion. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this topic. Drop it down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.